Well, hi guys. It's Wednesday night. Um, excuse me. It's about 10 o'clock, and I'm in the back of my truck camper, and I just thought I'd make a little video and do a little recap on today. Um, you saw in the earlier video, I went to my bug out camp. Now, my bug out camp is a spot where I go to in case something happens, where I have to leave the house in a hurry, and I don't know anybody around here. I can go and run to their house and hang out with and whatever. So it's a spot where it's very well hidden. It's in the woods, but it's easily accessible, to me, and I could get there. It's within a mile from my house, and I've stockpiled it with a few supplies, um, little food and whatever, cooking utensils and stuff and whatever. Just a few things or whatever, and it's pretty well hidden, but I didn't know how well hidden it was, if somebody was going to stumble across it or come over and find it. So I didn't put anything really expensive there that I would have a problem with losing. So um, I just put the minimal supplies there. So um, I just happened to go out there today and check it out. Now we've had very high winds, we've had freezing temperatures, and it held up really good. There's one spot where the snow blew in on one corner, but it was no big deal. The structure is still sound and still standing, perfectly well. Um, Nobody found it. Nobody. I don't see any signs of anybody coming through, walking through, checking anything out, or nothing or whatever. So it's very well hidden, and I I went to check it out, whatever. Of course, my supplies that I left there are pretty much frozen. Any water I left there frozen. Any food or beverages frozen. Solid. So, but I got a stove there and everything, whatever. So I would be able to thaw it out. Whatever. Any water I had there, it's frozen solid, but it's okay. You live and learn. Um, Next time I'll make sure that I bury that stuff so that it's insulated from the cold, or just put it in a cooler or whatever. But anyway, I went out there, checked it out. Everything was good, and that's gonna be my spot, to go to bug out to if shit hits the fan. Everybody should have a spot like that, somewhere in the woods, somewhere near where you live that nobody knows about, whatever, and nobody's gonna stumble across or whatever. A very well hidden spot that only you know where it's at. You know, Relatively close, because you're gonna have to carry, pretty much your supplies there on your back, and you can't carry much stuff on your back and whatever. As much as they try to tell you in these videos, whatever, carry your supply, uh, get yourself a bug out bag or whatever. If you're gonna bug out, you better have some supplies already at the place that you're going, and it better not be too far away, because you're not going to be able to travel that far with a bunch of stuff, and it better be stocked. So when you get there, you got, the start of, some supplies or whatever. You got something to tide you over. At least you can stay overnight, whatever, or for a couple of days if you have to. I'm going to camp out in that spot at some point and whatever when I get the time. You know, um, my hours for my job or whatever don't allow me to be able to do that at the present time. Whatever, maybe on the weekend or something I'll be able to do it. We'll see. But anyway, uh, sorry about that, guys. Just getting used to this new schedule. Sleepy, all the time sleepy. Cold is in the house. I'm sitting in my driveway right now. I got one cord powering everything that's in here and whatever. This light, um, my microwave, my heaters. I got heaters going on right now. Um, and it doesn't take much heat to heat this up. And by it being electric heat and it's dry heat, it's not a buddy heater or something like that. There's no condensation or nothing or whatever, so there's no moisture or anything inside here. Where everything is bone dry because it's dry heat. Any moisture gets burnt off. and I do have some oxygen. I mean, some moisture absorbers in here that pretty much take any moisture in here that happens to, you know, get in here with any humidity. But other than that, I haven't had any problems with this. Where it's been really good. The heater is kicked on. I'm gonna turn it off. But anyway, um, yeah, this is my truck camper. This is the back of my pickup truck. Got a Ford F-150. Um, it's got an 8.5-foot bed, and I've converted it into a camper. This is my bed. I sleep on this bed here. Got a pillow up here. My feet go down there. This little platform right here, Cole can sleep on. I'm sitting here. It's like a desk, or whatever. I'm actually sitting in the side of the truck well right here on this side, and back of the truck is this way. Front of the truck is this way. So just so you guys can have reference or whatever. And since this is on video, I may reverse it and whatever. So just bear with me. This is the driver's side over here, passenger side on this side. But anyway, as you can see, I got a microwave in here and everything. Whatever. This is fully set up so that you can stealth camp inside here without anybody knowing that you're in here. Which is hard to do when you got a dog, because dog bark at anything that comes walking by and whatever. But if you're in here and you got a stealth camp somewhere in a parking lot somewhere or off a street somewhere, this is perfect. And whatever, people can't see the light inside, they can't hear you or nothing. You can sit in here and watch television. Watch videos, whatever, on your phone or whatever, and just chill out. Until the next day. Get your good night's sleep, and then you can go back on the road again or move on from where you are. So it's worked out good and whatever. I like this, but for long term, if you go to a campsite, they have electricity. I can plug my cord into their plug and sleep very comfortably in here. I worked on a job where I was working out of town. Well, it wasn't out of town. It was just too far of a drive. I didn't want to commute back and forth every day, so I got a campsite and stayed at the campsite and worked, during the week and whatever. So when I would get off work, I would go to camp at the campsite and whatever, and get up the next morning and go to work from there. Which was less distance to travel, and plus I had plenty of time to camp every day when I got off work. I had Cole with me and whatever. Everything worked out nicely. But anyway, I'm just playing around. This is just having fun, just having a little clubhouse and whatever, and doing, little things or whatever. But this is serious stuff or whatever. This can save you if you have a situation where you have to leave home. Something happens where, you lose power, or some kind of situation happens where, anything could happen. You prepared. I'm prepared. I can stay in this. If I get stranded on the freeway, if I get into a traffic jam and get stranded on the freeway in this, I can take my generator and plug it in and run a cord to it and be able to stay comfortably in here. Where I don't know how long that would last, because other people that are stranded on the highway are gonna see me, with a generator going or whatever, and there might be a problem or whatever. So, but if it's a situation where I could get to myself, I'd be able to, survive or whatever. If you're in that kind of situation, people are gonna freeze to death or whatever. People have frozen to death during this last snap, because they weren't prepared. So even if you're prepared, you're gonna have you could be in trouble, because there's always something you're not gonna have. Now when I went to my bug out camp today, I was gonna take my buddy heater. I got a big buddy heater, the one with the two heater elements on it, whatever. And I got a propane canister, one of those little small 5-pound canisters or whatever. They're like the size of a paint can or whatever. I got one of those. I was gonna take that with me out there. But I'm glad I left that at home, because that would have been a hell trying to lug that thing all the way out there and whatever. And it's too expensive to leave out there, because somebody finds it, they'll take it or vandalize it and whatever, and then I'll be in trouble. I have to buy another one. And so I didn't want to take the chance of doing that and whatever. So, but if I go out there and go camping, I will definitely have to bring that out there with me and whatever. I do have a wagon. I can put it in my wagon and pull it out there. But those woods are so dense and so thick, that pulling the wagon through that, is not feasible. I would have to carry it on my back, which, I have to go out there early in the morning, when nobody can see me, because, you don't want people to see you walking out into the woods with a big backpack on your back and shoulder bags and stuff and a bunch of supplies and everything. They're gonna figure it out real quick that, oh, this guy must be living back in there or something or whatever. What's he doing back there or whatever? I'm gonna have to swing back around here and check that out or whatever. And then if it's snow, they can follow your tracks right to your camp. That's the thing I was worried about. Like, man, I don't like going to my camp with these snow out here, because I'll lead people right back to my camp. If somebody wants to go back there and check it out. But what I did was I took the roundabout way there, whatever. So I didn't go straight to it. Partly because I didn't want anybody to be able to follow me there, and partly because I got a little lost or whatever. I got a little turned around in there, because with the snow falling and everything being covered with snow, my shelter, it really blends in good. You cannot see it. It's hard to see it from the sky with my drone, and it's hard to see it when you're walking through there where they're actually spotted. It's very hard to see. So that's what I wanted. I was glad for that and whatever. Probably why nobody's found it, but I don't think nobody's even been in there. I didn't see no tracks nowhere. So it's pretty much an area that nobody goes to, or whatever. People just pass by it, whatever, and don't even think about it, whatever. And don't think about going back in there, which is good. The only one would go back in there would probably be somebody that's doing what I'm doing, trying to find a spot to be isolated and safe where nobody can see them. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying about my truck camper and wherever. Cole and I'll be going on adventures in this truck or wherever. I was going to go to Florida and spend a couple of months down there during the winter, but things didn't work out for me to be able to do that this year. But I've got all this year and to prepare for it for next year or whatever. So we'll see. And don't count me out. I may still try and do it whatever. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, it's best to be prepared for any situation or whatever, as much as you possibly can or whatever. And speaking of bug out bag, I got my bug out bag right here. I always keep it in the back of my truck or whatever. It's always back here, so that in addition to the truck, I've got my bag to have, and it's full of supplies. I'm gonna let that sit back there. The first thing I got that you're gonna notice is that I got this sheath with this machete on it, or whatever. This is a machete. I kind of got this idea from the Book of Eli. This thing has come in pretty handy, and it is very sharp. That's very sharp, and these right here are pretty gnarly. And if you get in a defense situation where somebody is giving you problems, you pull that sucker out, and it's pretty cool. I like this right here on this side. It's got this little small knife that's built into the side here. It's got its own little sheath that it goes in, and that's a nice little knife there for cutting up things, cutting meat, whatever. Just a nice little handy thing there. Got that from Walmart. And the sheath is hard. It's a hard sheath or whatever, so it's easy to deploy and pull out, whatever. I figured I'd show you that first because it's on the outside of the bag. And in here, my top bag here, got some suckers and some candies, for energy or whatever. This isn't seasonal, but it's mosquito chasers. It goes into these thermocells. You go into this, and it's got a butane bottle that goes in here, and it lights up, and it keeps mosquitoes off of you or whatever. You know, it does okay, I guess. It doesn't do as good as I thought it would, you know, but I use it. You know, this is some hand sanitizer. This stuff can also be used to start a fire if you ever have to start a fire. Very good for that. My next spot here, and show you a little feature that I have on here. I don't know if you can see this or not. These zippers, I've got a carabiner on here that these zippers zip apart to open up, but if you put this carabiner on here, got a bunch of these things, and it keeps that from opening up by accident while you're walking or hiking and the tree branches and limbs grabbing on this and everything. You can very well end up at your destination with an empty bag. All your important stuff has fallen out because, you know, somehow these have made their way open or whatever. And that's happened to me before. So I learned to make sure that I close these up and put one of these on here. I got one here. I got one up here on top. A little small one. And that's very useful. These are fire starter sticks. They're like sticks, regular sticks, but they're soaked in like wax or whatever. So you light a fire to these and they start up and they can start your fire really good. Well, especially when you use this little knife to, you know, to shave it down and get little small pieces or whatever of tinder to work with or whatever. This compartment here, that's where my gun goes. I've got a this actually goes in here like this, and that velcros into place for quick deployment. I just happen to have it right here, but that's where that goes. You gotta always have protection when you bug out. We'll touch on this a little bit. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. It's the magazine, and it is loaded, and it is hot right now. I pull the trigger, it will go boom, you know. So that's the way I always carry it. It's always, you know, ready to go. I'm not putting my finger on the trigger. So this is not safe at all for anybody that would be on this end of this right here. There's nobody there, you know, no harm of anybody getting shot or anything. But just letting you guys see it. Whatever. So that's that. This happens to be Springfield XPS, very small handgun, very easily concealable. This is a 45 ACP, 45. Yeah, I got the cheap ammo. Yes, I did. I got the cheap stuff. The cheaper the ammo, the more of it you can get, and the more of it you'll have. So anyway, going on from that, right here. TAC H2O. Now this is water purifying tablets. You know, this purifies water, you know, so you can drink it without getting sick or whatever. I got some, that's more ammo, and it's a cigarette lighter and some smoke bombs or whatever, in case you need them, you know, to make a signal or to use it for a distraction. More ammo. Right here. This is used for turning water valves on and off. Sometimes when you're out, you'll see buildings, commercial buildings have water spigots or whatever. They don't want people stealing their water. But if you're in a situation where it's live or die and life or death, you can use this to access water from those things. And I've got a couple of them, and they have different sizes. so that you can use to get water from buildings or whatever. If you notice on buildings, they'll have a spigot, but they'll have a funny looking thing on there that you have to use a pair of pliers or something to be able to get the water. But with this, you can get the water. I would probably still boil the water anyway, but at least you'll have some. You know, it's better than getting it out of a muddy pond or something. At least you don't have to filter it. What else have I got here? Got some hand wipe things from Kentucky Fried Chicken. And let's see what else. Storage locker key. A few miscellaneous things. This is a plastic bag. Always should have a plastic bag for putting stuff in that you don't want to get wet. You know, just in case. Close that back up. All right. Now we get into the main section. I got a small backpack. This has drawstrings on it. It's actually a backpack. You know, it's got the 2 drawstrings. You put this over your back and whatever, and it draws the sole closed up, whatever. It's just a extra backpack for, you know, if you got somebody with you and you need some stuff to, you know, carry stuff or whatever, you can use that for that purpose. I got a spatula in here for cooking with. These are little bathroom packs. You use these to use the bathroom in discreetly. I know you guys know what this is. This is a little butane fuel can, very small. I like my grits. Love my grits. Another butane can. And a cup for cooking. Got some cocoa, hot chocolate. Swiss Miss is my favorite. I think this is the kind with the mushroom, with the I think it's the kind with the marshmallows. I like marshmallows. This is a cup. Inside I got some hand warmers. ID badge. Some more hand sanitizer. Marker, in case you have to leave a message for somebody or something. Oh, put these hand warmers back in here. Very important. These are glow sticks. Glow sticks. So at night, if you need to mark a trail so that you can find your way back, which is what I used this summer when I wanted to find my way back to my camp. I went out and scoped it out wherever, and I dropped these on the way back out. That way, when I came back later that night, I was able to find my way through the woods to where my camp was. And I was able to get back there. Silverware. Bandana. Just a bandana. Happens to be Spider-Man. This is a little ball that has 2 chemical vials in there out of glass. You hit this on the ground really hard, break it, and you got you a little glow ball. You know, for light, you know. More hot chocolate. Now, this is some fishing hooks. I really didn't need this many, but you never know. You might be in a situation where, you know, I might want to barter with somebody and say, look, man, you know, what have you got? Well, you know, I got some fishing hooks. I got some extra ones I can give you. You know, if you can go fishing and get some food or whatever, you never know what you might run into or whatever, who you might meet that might need something that you've got, and you might need something that they've got. Here's another one of those things for turning water on and off. More mosquito chasers. I hate mosquitoes. I really hate mosquitoes. What else we got in here? Oh yeah, battery operated light. A very good light. Very, very good light. Very good light. It's got 2 batteries. Very good. You know, you need to have light, especially when you're in the woods or someplace where you can't see late at night. These are like hand towels. They you put water on them and they expand to the size of this, and you use it to wash your face with, or after using the bathroom you can use these to clean up with and everything or whatever. Very handy things to have. This right here is a base for my my little this is it just makes it sturdy so that it won't fall over. You know, just nice to have. I got a couple of these. Some aluminum foil. I don't have to explain that to you. 101 uses. Salt. It's just a valve that you put earplugs in, but I happen to fill it with salt and whatever. Sometimes you need salt to season your food and whatever, especially if you have to eat wild game. It's right here, little tang. That's for water. You know, after you boil water, water doesn't taste very good after it's been boiled. You know, so this will help the taste or whatever, so that you can drink it soon after it's boiled while it's still hot, or you can wait till it cools off and you got you some refreshing drink to drink or whatever, you know. This is a power supply. This will jump a car. You know, if your car dies, battery dies, whatever, this will just jump your battery or whatever. And it's also got a light on it. Very good light on there. And an SOS. And a USB port for charging your phone or other appliances and things or whatever. So, very good thing to have. This holds power for a long time, and it's pretty powerful. This is a stove. This goes with this. Screws on here, and it has its own lighter, like a cigarette lighter. You flip it, and it starts this up, and you got yourself a flame, and you can cook your food because these little arms swing out like so. Like that. These little feet come out. I've used this thing quite a few times, so it's a little chinky. But your little cup will sit on there. You can boil water on this to purify it. You know, works out really good. I've used this a number of times, and you can use it to heat up your water for food, for camping food. They use these things on those hiking trails. You know, when the people bring their own food and everything. Gotta close this back up. There we go. Goes back like this. Those fold over. This folds down. Goes back into its little case. This isn't exactly waterproof, but it will float with this in there. And if it gets wet, it'll still work. Very good little device. More hot chocolate. This is one of those things for this, which should be in here too. Should keep that in there. There we go. I'm gonna put this stuff back. But anyway, there we go. There we go. Crazy thing about it is trying to pack all this stuff back up, you know, nice and neatly, so that it'll fit that can be a real challenge. But it's going in. But this is stuff that you will need if you ever have to bug out. So this stays in my truck all the time in case I need it for that situation. It's always in here. Put this down here so I can close this back up. This is going to be a lengthy video, guys. Very lengthy. Because there's a lot of stuff that I want to show you. I got a lot of new subscribers, and I want to give you just a taste of what I got going on with my situation and how I am with everything. And keep in mind, I've been doing this for a long time. You know, I buy a little thing here, a little thing there, and it all adds up. And everything I got, I take care of it. You know, you take care of your supplies, they'll last for a long time. And you'll have a lot of stuff because you take care of whatever you buy, and it'll last you a long time if you get good quality stuff. And you take good care of the stuff that you got. Very, very, very important to take care of your gear. So that's it for that section. Now, put it on its side here so that I can get in here. Oh, that's the section I just came out of. Okay, close this back up. You gotta be very careful you don't over pack your bags. But as you use stuff, your bag will get lighter and lighter and more manageable. But you're always gonna forget something. You're always gonna be short on something. It's always gonna be something you wish you had brought that you didn't bring. But that's the way it is. Got some baked beans, can of baked beans. I usually like to bring freeze-dried food because it's lightweight. This is pretty heavy, but it's got the pull top, so that's a quick meal that you can eat as you're going. And the good thing about this is it's in a can, so you can use this can to cook in, to heat it up in this can. So that works out good. This is for a hammock. Use that to put your hammock on a tree. And got some water in here. Always need to have water. A change of clothes, some shorts, and some socks. Mountain House food. Breakfast skillet. Very good. It's hard not to eat that stuff because it's really good, and I'm saving it for a situation where it's an emergency and I need it, or if I'm hiking. But it's hard to not eat it. Here's this is one of my favorites here. This is beef stroganoff. Pretty good. And like I say, you heat the water up in that little stove. Pour it. You can pour it right in this bag. And then let it absorb the hot water, and let it sit for a minute, and then you're ready to eat. You know, it's nice and hot and soft, and it's good. It's delicious, good stuff, and it's very lightweight. You know, you want to eat this first. You know, that way you got this in your stomach, and then you can discard the can, or you can take it with you. It's not very heavy once it's empty. And you got a full meal inside you. You ain't got to carry this all day or whatever. And then all you got to carry is these lightweight little things here. This is the first thing they get eaten. I didn't know what that was. It fell on me. Kind of startled me. Got some extra paracord cord for you never know which you might need for tie down tent stakes or whatever, or tie down guy lines for your tent or your tarp or whatever kind of shelter you got, whatever. And they come in handy. This is some survival food. A little glare from that light. You ain't gonna be able to see that. Oh, there we go. You can get these at Walmart. And they're pretty good, whatever, you know. Got another one of these or whatever. I hate mosquitoes. So I'm always making sure that I got, you know, the right response to those things. Little silverware and straw. Always good to have. I'm gonna pack this back in here. It's really good to have supplies that you can carry with you in case something goes wrong. You know, just think about it, guys. If you're in a situation where you can't go home, you know, or you're at home and you can't leave, you know, look at this coronavirus thing that happened. You know, if you'd have been on lockdown and you couldn't get out, oh, this goes in there. Let me put this back in. Gotta make sure everything goes back in here because I'd hate to be in a situation where I need this stuff and I'd be like, man, I must have forgot to put that back in here. Here, everything is in here. Some water here. I'm gonna be using that. You know what? No, I'm gonna put that back in here because that's my bug out bag. And if I have to bug out, I want to have water. I take it out of here now. I fool around and have to bug out with it and run with that bag and nothing else. And at least I got some water to drink and whatever. Which I would probably drink that water as soon as possible because once that's drank, it's in your body and it's a lot easier to carry when it's inside your body than when it's on your back in that pack there and everything. So anyway, as you see, I got cooking utensils in there and whatever. On these videos, I see a lot of videos of guys with truck campers and everything, and they show you their stuff and everything, whatever they've got in their campers and all that and everything. I can show you a few things where this is something that I like here. Is a motion detector. It's solar powered, and you mount this, and it's got a sensor on the front, and it works with this. This is battery powered too, and it's like a alarm, so nobody can sneak up on you. Like if I'm stealth camping somewhere, if I'm camping with this truck somewhere, and as you can see, you can't see outside anything that's going on. But if you put this down at a trailhead or something, a little ways away, so you got some forewarning. Somebody comes walking up, this will alert you. You'll know somebody's coming, and then you'll be ready for visitors, So just something. This is a nice little light here, got from the dollar store. It lights things up pretty good. Looks like a police light, if you didn't know any better, but it gets people's attention. And it makes it look really nice inside here with the way when it's dark in here, and I put this on with the Reflectix on here, man, it looks awesome. Oh, I got some hand wipes too. I always like to have hand wipes to keep my hands clean when I'm trying to eat. I always do that. Put it over there. Oh, fire bowl. You know what? I'm gonna cook something to eat. Let's see, where's my? This would come in handy. I have got a bunch of these. Whenever I go to the dollar store and I see them, I just grab 3 or 4 of them, and I've stocked up on them, so I got quite a few. Get out the way. Fire bowl. Do it this way so you guys can see it. Dollar store. This is what it looks like when you open it up. See that? It's got this little thing of noodles. Some of them came loose on the bottom. Put that in there. This is, I guess this is a seasoning. I'm going to cook this right in this little bowl that it came in. See that? Now, got a can. Excuse me. Cayenne pepper does it to me every time. See that? Excuse me, guys. Small confined space. And see that? Put that in there. And then put a little water in there. Just enough. I'm gonna turn this heat down, make sure it doesn't kick on again while my food is cooking, because let's see. There we go. Hope it don't make too much noise. Could eat this right out of the can, but I'm not going to. So while that's cooking, I'll do a little tidying up. When you're in a small space like this, you have to constantly clean up behind yourself, because you can have a mess real quick. And excuse me, if I got boogers, that's why looking for my bandana. Oh, I put it back in here. There he is. There we go. Spider-Man to the rescue. With great powers come great responsibility. To wipe a guy's nose off when he has a sneeze attack. Put this stuff back in here. There we go. Get that out of the way. There we go. My knife. Put it back. That little knife is very easy to lose. So if you don't put things right back where they belong, right after they're used, you can lose some stuff real quick. So let that be a lesson to you. So now that's cooking, and you know what? No time like the present to give you guys a demonstration of my propane cooker. Got one of these right here. I'm using this one because it's taller. You guys can see it, but you know what? Yeah, put this right here. Did I get that up high enough? Yeah, that's cool right there. Okay. Now, you guys are going to get a demonstration of this here. And I can do this with the smaller ones too. But I'm just sitting on top of this soup can here. And I'm going to screw this on here. Make me open these up first. There we go. Open that up. Open that up. Open that up. Open that up. Put that right on here. Okay. There we go. My food is done. Okay. You'll be able to hear it. See that? That's hot. Okay. Sit that right on top of there. Open this up. These little handles stay cool so you don't burn your finger when you're trying to do this. Let me pull that other one up. There we go. Put that right there. There's my water. Hear that, guys? Now I have boiling water in about a minute. I could have done it in the microwave, but I have my food in there. There we go. Take a look at that. Oh man, that looks good. That's going to be too hot to eat right now. So I'm going to sit it over here so they can cool off. And looks like that's out of propane. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to use the microwave. Quick demonstration of how sharp this knife is. Psych. Ha ha ha. Got you guys. Got you. You really thought I cut myself, didn't you? I'm not just playing it off. I didn't cut myself. I'm good. But this thing is sharp. And it will cut you. So, anyway. I'm going to pour that in here. Oh, it's already hot. You guys see that smoke? See that? That's hot. Already. It's hot. I'm not going to use all of it. Okay. That can sit right there. And a little hard to move around in here. I don't know if you guys know about this or not. Check that out. Hot cocoa. Comes in these little cups. That's what it looks like. Put it right in there. I like two. I like my cocoa nice and thick and strong. You don't have to add sugar or nothing. You just put the cocoa in the hot water. There we go. And stir it up. Amazing how hot that water got that fast. Oh yeah. Love hot chocolate. Put it to the side. Got a little more water left. This should be cool enough now. I can take this off here. I've used this before, but it really did the job. Made quick work of boiling that water. Very quick work of boiling that water. So, anyway, I'm gonna close this back up. Put it back in its little box. There we go. There we go. Goes back into my bug out bag. So here we go. Let's try this out now. It should be warm enough or cool enough now to eat. Ooh, I don't know, maybe not. Mm, mm, mm. They weren't kidding. Fire bowl. They weren't kidding about that. Mm. Ah, hot and spicy. I like that. Very good. Very good, guys. Mm, 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 mm. Oh man. Mm. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little hungry. Ah, oh man, that's so good. Ah, but that's spicy. Got a little water here. Oh, this water's cold. Ah, a few days ago, this was frozen salad because it really, gets cold in here in the back here when there's no heat on. But anyway, well, it's got some potato chunks in there. Oh yeah, that's right. The chunky soup that really made it taste good. The little pieces of meat that come into the can there. Oh man, this is delicious. This is a winner here. Oh my gosh, hot. It's burning my tongue, but I can't stop eating it. Ah, but anyway, I'm not going to torture you guys sitting here watching me eat. But yeah, this is how I do it in my truck camper. I mean, with Cole in here jumping around, running back and forth, sticking his nose in my face and having his nose in my food and everything, that would not be a fun thing to do with him about whatever. If I had him with me while I was doing that cooking and everything, I probably would put him in the front of the truck. In front of the truck, let him stay in there while I'm doing that back here. Then once I get done cooking and everything, and I've eaten my fill, then I probably bring him back here, let him eat, and then let him, do his thing, But not while he's in here with me or whatever. Um, I can't see myself being so hungry that I gotta cook in here with him back here with me because I know it would be a disaster because he'd be all over everything. It's so small back here. You see, I'm able to do this myself now. I could be in a parking lot somewhere. Um, this light right here, only thing, well, the microwave to power that up or whatever. And I'm looking for a an inverter, um, a power bank. I'm looking at that Ego power station. That would have enough power to run this without me having to plug into the house. So I can have that thing inside here, plug that in, and it will run this microwave, that light, and these heaters. Not all at the same time, but it will run it so I'd be able to cook in here with the microwave. Oh, I left it open. I'd be able to cook in here with the microwave and have some light. And once I'm done cooking, I can have the heaters going and stay nice and warm in here. That's a win-win. And I don't have any cords hanging out or anything or whatever, so I can be back here chilling, back into a parking lot somewhere when nobody can see me or whatever, and be in here doing my thing. And if I got Cole in the front seat in the front of the car, he'll warn me if anybody comes walking up. So it ain't like I'll be, you know, somebody's gonna sneak up on me, you know. And if they sneak up on me, I'm ready. So anyway, me another some of this right here. Mm. Hot chocolate is so delicious. So that's that, guys. Now you see, I'm able to cook a full meal in the back of my truck, outside in the yard, with just the supplies that I got. Pretty much in my bug out bag. Most people don't even bring lunch when they come to work every day. You know, if I get stuck, somewhere in my truck or wherever, or with my bag, I'd be able to, have me a good meal and something good to drink and some water, good safe water to drink, everything. Whatever. That's why it's important to prep. This stuff can get expensive. Like I say, I've gotten this stuff a little bit at a time. This little stove thing here, I think this was $8 on Amazon. I got 3 of them. So I got one in my bag here. I think I got another one somewhere around here. In here. It might be on the other side, inside the what you call it thing here. But I know I've got 3 of them. I gave one of them away. So yeah, there's no excuse for you to starve or whatever. And of course I got hand wipes to wipe my hands with and clean up with and everything. And this is pretty comfortable back here, where I can put my bug out bag down here and get up in this bed and go sleep. Now this is a table here that's spanning from the bed over to the side over here. It'll slide back and forth. I can slide this back here where I'm sitting at, and I got all that open space in the front right there. So it's a pretty good design that I got going on here and whatever. And it's from watching other people on YouTube, seeing their designs of their truck campers and everything. And some of the stuff I copied of theirs, some of the stuff I just did on my own, just by chance, just by accident, whatever. And I tried to make it look nice with little accents and everything. And got the little trim and everything and stuff like that, whatever, to make it look kind of nice and everything, whatever. But I can't stop eating this. This is delicious. It's hot, so when it cools off, it's really gonna be. I'm gonna tear it up, but right now it's biting me back. Every time I take a bite, it bites back. Oh, it's good. Anyway, I got carried away on this one, guys. But be looking forward to more. I got lots more stuff coming, and I'm gonna be busy this year, this new year. Me and Cole, we're gonna be doing our thing. We're gonna be on adventures and hanging out, and we're gonna take you guys right along with us. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.